Hi everyone, this is Rockoon Launch Systems, an affordable small sat launch for everyone. Now the problem is that space is extremely expensive and accessible to many, even though space is this new frontier that everyone's supposed to be able to have more access to in the future. Now we meet Sid, who is someone who is for a satellite project, and he says that our project launch deadline has been delayed 3 times now, and ride sharing with NASA for launches is incredibly inefficient and time consuming and gets consistently delayed. Now, as an aerospace engineering student myself, I'm also very intrigued by the potential that space brings to everyone, and I think it's important that we make it more accessible and more affordable. Now, our solution is we lower launch costs to about $2,500 per kilogram by using balloon flight instead of traditional rocket. And we aim for this balloon flight to reach a high altitude, the balloon pops, and then the small propulsion system adjusted for the CubeSat or small sat will be able to launch from there. Again, this is proven tested technology. This is not a brand new concept, right? The concept of hot air balloons has been used for a long time now. This technology has been proven by NASA and the US military and a few other private companies. Once again, like I said, we will be launching with a rocket. We will be launching with a hot air balloon. Once the balloon pops near the exosphere, the propulsion system will be activated, which is multi-directional in the satellite system. And then we aim for this propulsion system to be recoverable as well. Now, the opportunities are endless, but the primary market will be academic institutions. 60% of CubeSats in service are from academic institutions, and Arizona State University is most definitely one of them. There are multiple Cube and small sat projects being used by Arizona State right now. The secondary market is private customers and labs and companies. These could be small satellite companies generally, or research labs that are not under academic institutions like the ASU. Now for the marketplace opportunity, if you can see by this graph, the projected global launch market is worth approximately $32.3 billion by the time 2027 hits around. About $25 billion of that is small satellite services specifically. So clearly satellites make up a large chunk of that worth, but Rockoon Launch System is actually targeting specifically CubeSats, which is that little gray circle you see. Now, our primary competitors will be air launch companies like Virgin Galactic and Northrop Grumman, and ground launch companies like NASA and SpaceX. There are also other Rockoon companies that have testing technology like Leo Aerospace, Balloon, and Zero to Infinity. Now, unlike midair and ground launches, Rockoon launch systems are supposed to be more affordable. We have far lower wait times, and we don't have limited launch sites because we're using a hot air balloon instead of an extremely loud and pollutant rocket system. We are the best option for CubeSats because we offer, again, a price range of between $2,000 and $2,500 per kilogram. We are obviously aiming to cut it down around $2,000. The SpaceX Falcon 9, for example, is approximated to cost about $2,700 per kilogram. And Virgin Orbit, which is defunct, it's now Virgin Galactic, costs about $20,000 per kilogram. We don't have the traditional ride-sharing methods. We get rid of all the bureaucracy of big companies like SpaceX and NASA. Now, the objectives are pretty simple. The customer applies for launch with a mission objective for 1 to 3 months. After we accept the proposal, we meet with the customer to discuss launch plans, map out how the launch is going to work. We test it for another span of 3 to 5 months. And after 5 to 6 months since the initial proposal, the customer receives a launch and we plan for it and launch through the rocket, the hot air balloon up into space. Our revenue model is pretty simple. The customer will approach with however much weight we didn't want to carry up with their CubeSat, and we will offer the certain price that we offer at the time. Satellite launches will obviously constitute a lot of the revenue, but these can also be broken down into specific industries. This could include high altitude instrument testing, imaging, and it can even be an opportunity to start advertising space, which I know some people may have mixed opinions on. Now, our team, my name is Daniel Lim. I'm one of the co-founders and the chief engineer. I'm a senior at Arizona State University in aerospace engineering, and I'm graduating in May. Uday Mohanty is also a co-founder and a design engineer. He's a graduate student here at Arizona State, and he's also in aerospace engineering and is graduating in May as well. We are looking for $500,000 in investments. These allocations will be allocated to team costs, which include building a team of engineers and lawyers and regulators, infrastructure costs like facilities and refineries and be able to rent certain spaces to use. But more than half of it will be going into development costs, which includes design, testing, instrumentation, and etc. Thank you for your time.